Hi everyone, I'm Nadia, and in today's video I'm making a holiday resin tray with matching resin coasters. After I mixed my part A and part B resin together for about 3 to 4 minutes, I start to pour it into my molds. I mixed up a small amount because I'll be doing these in layers, and I used a silicone makeup brush to help spread the resin to the edges of the molds. And I use a torch gun to pop any air bubbles, and I'm moving it in a quick motion not to burn my resin or my molds. I'll be using these gold flakes, and I just messily add them into the corner of the molds. Then with my wooden stick, I spread them out. I'll have Amazon affiliate links in the description, so if you're interested in purchasing any of these products, be sure to check that out. And my resin is from Depon. I'll also leave my discount code in the description as well. Now I'll be mixing in my white pigment, and I'm using titanium white pigment paste by Just Resin. And I mix it in the container before I add a small amount onto my wooden stick and mix it into my cup of resin. I'm pouring clear resin into this orange mold, which I'll be using for handles for the tray. My mom found it while we were at the craft store together, and this was my first time using them as handles, and I'm very happy with them. And I'm adding some gold flakes in there as well. Then I start to add the white pigmented resin into my molds, and I'm using the wooden stick to drag the white pigmented resin throughout the molds. And I do the same in the coaster molds. I left that to harden and came back the next day. I start out by checking out the handles that I made. I made several just to be sure that there will be at least 2 that are the same height. And I'll be using these stencils that my mom and I bought also at a craft store, and I'm just cutting them out so that they'll fit into the molds. I'm using a ruler to try and get it as centered as possible. And to make sure that it doesn't move, I'm taping it down. And I follow the same steps for my snowflake stencils that I'll be using for the coaster molds. I'll be using Resin Pro's Oro Rico metallic powder to fill in the stencils. To make sure it stays, I had sprayed some adhesive spray before and also several times throughout. For the coaster molds, I decided to outline with a gold marker as well, just to make sure that it will be more visible. And I used the marker for the bow tie on the tray mold as well. I continued to add more of the gold powder. I allowed it to dry and then carefully removed the stencils. Now I'm going through and adding some glitter acrylic paint into some areas on the ornament on the tray and the snowflakes on the coasters. Now I'll be using Amsterdam's relief paint in silver to trace out where it says joy. I wasn't entirely happy with the silver joy, so I tried sprinkling some glitter and I made sure to shake off any excess. But I wasn't entirely happy with that either, so I decided to retrace the joy in the same relief paint but in the shade light gold. Then I took a white acrylic marker and started filling in the bow tie. And I started to fill in the leaves on the ornament. After the leaves were filled in, I took a gold marker and added some lines onto the leaves as well. Then I added some white details onto the coasters. I also outlined the joy with the white marker, which I think helped it look better. I set that aside to dry and then mixed up my part A and part B resin once more. Once the resin was mixed well, I poured it into my molds. I popped any air bubbles and then used my makeup brush to make sure that the resin has reached all areas. Here is where I decided to slowly start adding in some iridescent flakes, and I'm really happy that I did. I added them into the corners of the mold and then also wanted to have a few straying out towards the ornament or the snowflakes. Now I'm ready to add in my handles, and I carefully place them into the tray molds. And this is my attempt at trying to make sure that the handles are aligned. Here's a clip of me demolding the next day. The last step is to add a top coat onto the coasters and the tray. If you would like more details and more information, please check out this video that I will leave linked above. And here's the final product. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, subscribe to see more videos like this in the future. Follow me on my Instagram, Summer Girl Designs, and my mom's Instagram, Wild Heart Resin Art.